All right, Shalom. This is Sarah Basrala, Elias Dan Kemp. First and foremost, I'd like to present honor and glory to the Father and the Son in the perpetual tongue called Slaki. Call La Yahawah Bashma Shai, Bashem, Habakah Kodash Ma'amah. Also, Dubban said elders, Apostle GMS, and Dubban Smiled as well. Ohio one Basrala, peace and blessings 1/3, citation for elect. It's gonna be a quick little lesson going on chariots and the angels. You know, the Lord is going to send and out there currently. You know, in the skies. You know, this is a very beautiful topic to speak on. I'm gonna make it quick and less because only a few. It's a whole bunch of it's a whole bunch of precepts on it though. It's a whole bunch of scriptures on the chariots. You know. And nonetheless, you can look up at a night sky, and look at them. Sometimes maybe even a day, man. And it's all about about having faith and love for Yahawah Mashiach, because guess what? His servants have that for you, man. The angels want to be in our shoes, fighting for the Lord and showing their love. And saying we want to be like the angels. We want to be able to go to the Father right now. See the Father right now, or sup with the sup with Yahweh right now. I mean, well, they're not sup with him, but they're on chariots. They going through the four corners of the earth, man. And in the top angels are holding back the wind. It's holding back the destruction from this place. So, but they have a duty just like we have a duty. But ultimately, their duty is unknown from a human standpoint. Our people believe in little gray men. They believe in Ra and Sun God. They believe in the son of Anak. The lesson did the elder did a lesson on YAHAWAH. Going into going into Anak, man. They they believe in the Anunnaki, quote unquote, man. Ultimately, the grand men, like Hamites, basically, just tall behind Hamites. Nothing special about them, just that they tall. And yeah, they still heathens though. They're not nobody to be gloried after. Even our people that was big and they were tyrants. They were falling away. That's nothing to be proud of though, because they were prideful. They didn't have trust in Yahweh Shai. But this is what this lesson is going on. These chariots and the angels, and having faith and hope, and that you're gonna be saved, because the Lord is sending His angels. He's sending His top angel, Yahweh Shai, to get us out of here. And Yahweh Shai is leading thousands of angels with Him, man, to save His elect and His 1/3. Ultimately, the elect, the Lord's little ones, the 104,000 and 1/3 out of the nation Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds. It's like I just wanted to get to zoom in on it, chariots, the fathership, I want to get a look at that. That's what we can be doing. That's what the men of the Lord can be doing, man. They're elect. All right. But yeah, man, these are chariots of the Most High Yahawah, the fathership, man, and it's salvation for Israelites, Hebrew Israelites. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. It says, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So the Lord knows everything. The Lord has pre-written everything. He has His angels looking out on the four corners of the earth. These even Russia, sees them, and they try to intercept them. Or China, China and Russia, they try to intercept them. They can't do nothing against them. Their cameras be falling out. They can't even get too close to it. Because they jump mess up, because the angels, they can go with Mach 10, they can and stop on a dime. These planes, they can go, I think, by Mach 1 or 2, but they are going by physics. Chariots do not have physics, there's no law in the scriptures about physics, that's what Esau created, because Esau has bounds, Esau cannot get out of the Shemayim. He cannot go to the center of the earth like he does in the movies. He cannot go all the way down to the depths of the ocean. Only so much of the ocean is discovered. But that's because Esau only has so much power. He has gun, gold, and oil, but he did not have um, the Wah. He does not have he is not separated from the rest of the world. He is of the world, and he's the father of lies. But the Lord's men, women, and children that believe in him and that love him, are the nation of Israel, and those are the ones that can do all that. But ultimately in the latter end, and ultimately in the kingdom. So his eyes, the Most High Yahweh eyes behold, everything that's going on right now. He allows his angels, going to and fro as well. You'll see them in the night sky. These chariots are real. They're not. Yeah, they're not extraterrestrials like Paul or whatever. Some alien or whatever. We're the extraterrestrials. We're on the terrain. We're on the ground, and we're abiding the laws and statute commandments of the Most High Yahweh Shai, and we're doing the work down here. This is Amos chapter 9 verse 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord." Them eyes, man. Them eyes ultimately mean them chariots. I mean, like I said, the Lord does see everything. Esau may not believe it. Two other people may not believe it. He may not believe it. Ultimately, the Lord sees everything either with His own eyes, with these angels. The angels can, go. They're going to and fro between the dimensions, but ultimately, the Lord is only giving us a certain task to do. Just like us. Our task is to wake up the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and anyone that has an ear, supposed to let them hear, live our voice as a trumpet. Angels doing what the angels do. They will coming from the Father. Same have a shot. He's waiting on the Father to give His sign, so He knows when to get out. When knows to come down and destroy this place. So Amos chapter 9 and verse 8 says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the simple kingdom. I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh by His mouth Shai." So come, man, this place is going to be destroyed, man. And ultimately, this place, America, will be destroyed, which is spiritually Babylon, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This place is it's prophesied to be destroyed because not only Esau wickedness across the whole globe, and but because of us, the 2/3, which Shalakia, nah, that 2/3, but for our people, which is ultimately only 2/3, only 1/3 not going, only 1/3 is gonna be saved, and 2/3 is gonna be cut off, man. We want anyone to believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, you're gonna be a part of the you can very well be a part of the elect. The 1/3 or 100 per 1,000. That was sent either to believe or go on the highways and byways and seek salvation and want salvation for yourself and believe and have faith and love for Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord is coming to revenge our people. He is angry at 2/3 of our people. That's why his eyes are red. Not because of wine. The Lord likes wine, but that not in this time, man. He's angry. He has one thing on his mind, and that's to destroy this place. That's his whole duty right now. He's coming back as I decide. He's coming back with thousands and thousands of angels to do the will of the Most High Yahweh. And he's a son. He's the Lord's only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. And he's gonna come back as that prince of peace. But that peace is gonna be a sure destruction, because the only way this place is gonna be healed is through fire. This destruction, man. Because this place is desolate. It's like a cancer. It's like one of them sores. Some of the sores you can't do nothing but burn it off. Not I can't say, not gonna castrate. Another word, called or scold. Word for hot. This is Revelation chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 3. Slack it says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." So, ultimately going into the, faith. I've been faith, love, and ultimately, trust. to do your due diligence. Pray without ceasing. Do the work of the Lord. If you're a man, go on the highways and byways. If you're a man, woman, child that just believes, you know, then pray without ceasing. Study always, man. People that stress in this place and to get out of this place, for ultimately to give yourself, peace and righteousness that the Lord gonna give to us forever and ever. Lord willing. Lord, I'm part of that number. All right. It says, blessed he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. The time is at hand. This is the beginning of the end. You see, I seen that junk yesterday. It was like 25 cent. See, someone's brother did it, but I saw it. I ain't do a lesson on it because I ain't reading to it as soon as I saw it. Ultimately, 25% tariff on. I don't want to spend no Facebook, but China. I'm gonna reread it, But ultimately, Trump gonna put more tariffs on more countries. More countries gonna put tariffs on other countries, and then you're gonna have taxes out of wazoo. You're gonna have prices and inflation. Ultimately, get to hyperinflation. Once you see something that's normally $1 being 20, you might as well count today's American fiat currency. A fiat currency being a dollar that has no value. If the value is given to by the consumer, that's what this place is. As soon as that consumer is done away with that sedition starts, guess what's gonna happen, man? That dollar's done away with. They're gonna push that MOTB. But they're gonna have to do a whole bunch of stuff, man. Esau don't have it. Esau don't have a plan like he think he do. Cause the Lord is gonna do away with all that. So this is Revelation 1 verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, chariots, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, in all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Amen. So the Lord already came down to the place. He came there a few times, man. The most recent time, 2,000 years ago, around 37 AD, is when our people, 2/3 of our people, crucified him, man. Pierced him, spitting on him, pulling his beard. Same with the Romans. They did all that. He came as a healer, with peace, But they refuse him, and they'll rather get someone out of jail like a robber and a thief before they get Yahushua out, So, and knowing that was going to happen, he still did it anyways. He was a perfect sacrifice. But now the ones that hated the Lord Yahushua, they're back on this place again. The Lord is in the heavens angry because of that, and he needs to destroy this place. He's not coming back with peace. He not just come back. He's come back with healing for his nation, but destruction for this place. Ultimately it's gonna be the healing of it. Okay, man, and he's coming with clouds. He coming with angels. He's coming with chariots of the Lord. It's gonna be the angels looking like their creator. So Yahweh Shai, he has he has a white woolly beard. If I'm just go down, just give a description. This is Revelation chapter 1 and 13. It says that in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle. Girdle mean he ready for war, man. Clothed with a garment down to the foot. So you a man of the Lord, and how we Bible, you gonna wear a garment. His head and his hairs are white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as flaming fire. So common, he has flame in his eyes, and red. That's because he's angry with our people in his wickedness. He wants vengeance. He wants that to be a redeemer. He wants that vengeance. He wants the destruction of this place. And the creation most likely like the creator. Of course, we don't have white woolly hair and everything, but we do have woolly hair. You got beards. You start growing your beards. They woolly. All right, and some men look very austere. Some try to look more austere than be austere. So that's how it is right now. Because ISUPK or ILC, they try to look like a man of the Lord, but they look it. They may look it. They may look like an austere man, but they don't have the fruit, the correct fruit. So that's what his men are like that. His men are like both like Kimbo Slice, man, big old Kimbo Slices, full beards, full froze with swords, and, ready for war as well, just like YAHAWAH. They can kill. It's like they can unalive, thousands, of thousands, man, thousands, 10,000, 100,000, man, and that's what the angels do, you know. And they don't look like no little green men. They like regular men. They like, and like I said, Kimbo Slice. Imagine someone with a full beard, a fro, and it looked like a man of the Lord. But they don't have no wings. I can go more. I should go more. Well, that's another subject. But Bishop already did a lesson on it. I just want to go into. 'Cause I never been here. But I got it. Oh, verse 15 is the most important part because we've been told he looked like, a Caucasian man. Verse 15, his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burned in a furnace, and his voice has the sound of many waters. So come, man, and fine brass is very dark, and your feet are the same color as the rest of your body, So that's important as well. All right. This is Isaiah 47. I'm just starting verse 5. It says that for Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. Hosts meaning like armies, I get that word. It should be on should be Google. Hosts, I ain't talking about no Steve Harvey, man. You get that. I'm gonna keep doing that. But nonetheless, that word host mean army, the Lord of hosts is named the Holy One of Israel, but YAHAWAH. He has armies waiting for him. Angels, fleets of angels waiting for him, man. He has us waiting for him, man. Y'all is part of that number. And also, an important part is that these chariots have been talked about. Of course, in the scripture so long as heck. But our people that came here on slave ships, they were talking about this in the 1800s, 1800s. That song, "Swing Low, Sweet Chariots," swing low, sweet chariots, come low before take us home. Nonetheless, that's a song about chariots. And there was no flying objects around the 16, 17, 1800s. So what's going to swing low to come and take our people home? And we're talking about chariots. So our people don't, most of the people don't believe in it. It's two thirds. They don't really care about that. They care about, they think aliens are real. It may be diamond planets out there and everything and stuff created for us, but it's not no little green man or no little green demon waiting for you to come save you like on Independence Day. That's not how it's gonna go. Those chariots are the father ships, and they, just like on Independence Day when on them hippies was trying to get abducted. Guess what? They got destroyed because the Lord ain't with all that, man. If he was with all that, he would have. He ain't with all that, man. Ultimately, and the last one I'm gonna get. It's like you. I just get it. It's a Psalm chapter 68. I'm gonna start at verse. I can start at verse 14. Nah, 15. Well, 16. It says, "Why leap ye high hills? This hill which Yahweh desireth to dwell in, yeah, the Lord would dwell in it forever. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. Thou hast ascended on high, thou hast led captivity captive, thou hast received gifts for men, yeah, for the rebellious also, that the Lord Yahweh might dwell among them. Blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the God of our salvation." Shalom or peace. Oh yeah, so kind of man, ultimately the chariots of the Most High Yahweh is 20,000, even thousands, thousand. So whole bunch of chariots, man, 20,000 of them, 100,000, or I say 20,000 because they say 20,000. Um, and ultimately, the Lord has gift for His elect, and He has gift for His not elect, the ones that don't want to follow Yahweh Shemashah. You know, the ones that want to follow Baal, that want to follow Moab or Xerxes, or whatever, any other king that's not an actual ruler. That's only the ruler of their kingdom, but not of the earth. The ultimately, Yahweh been the ruler of the whole universe, man. He gonna get a him and his father giving the universe to his men. 104,000 elect men. Others, I'm part of that number. You know, but that was a little lesson going on in chariots. He has multiple. He has a whole bunch of chariots, and having faith and hope in Yahweh Shema Shai, this place is gonna be destroyed. And the angels, they not looking like no green man. They got chariots, and they like us. You know, they people think they're like Cupid. Nah, that goes in the I don't even know how I can say it because Esau like that jump, man. But P those stuff, you gotta space it out. But yeah, that's what Esau down with, That's what our people down because that's what they seen as kids and adults now. So, but that's not the truth. The truth is here. The truth is that the men of the Lord are like us, and it's thousands of them. They in chariots that don't have to go by physics, and they led by Yahweh Shai, which definitely don't have to go by physics. And he's not the Prince of Peace right now. He's coming back as Josiah, demon like power, God, you know, power, you know. So nonetheless, that was a little lesson with that. I'm gonna say Shalom.